लाइफ इज अ टाइम पास, क्या फर्क पड़ता है, कोई दिक्कत नहीं, पता नहीं, जो धारी राय सो भारी राय, nothing to do, nowhere to go, देखो सुनो मत बोलो, whenever, whatever you are, be 100% करना टक्कर, किसी को आओ मत कहो, किसी को जाओ मत कहो, ना कुछ पाना ना कुछ खोना, who asked you live at zero complete level, मौज में रहो, be happy.
Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna, Shri Krishna. Gurur Brahma, Gurur Vishnu, Gurur Devo Maheshwaraha, Guru Sakshat Param Brahma, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha, Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. So far we have been only at the periphery of our personality. The world, the friends, enemies, situations, places, time, space, sense organs, objects, mind, desires, disturbances in the mind. We have not yet reached our own being. We are far away from ourselves. And therefore, it is said in Bhagavad Gita, 15th chapter, last verse, see, Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya naga etad buddhva buddhiman syat krutakrutyascha bharata. There are three stages through which life goes. First is the world where we are living. How we should live in this world. That we should not be a problem for others. We should not take the world as a problem. For that, the lifestyle that is indicated is called as Dharma Shastra. In Taittiriya Upanishad, this topic comes where it is said, Satyam vada dharmam chara swadhyayadma pramadaha acharyaya priyam dhanamavritya prajatantum ma vivachetsi matrudevo bhava pitrudevo bhava acharya devo bhava atithi devo bhava. These are the instructions of do's and don'ts, how we should conduct ourselves in this world. Like the do's and don'ts for living in a society are given by the law of the country. Like how to drive the car. Do's and don'ts are given. You have to drive the car at this speed. It should not go beyond this thing. It should be driven on the right side or the left side. When there is a sign, stop, you must stop, even if there is somebody or not anybody. If you have to turn, take a direction, then you have to show on your car, turn this way. These are the dharma of how we should live in a society. So this is Dharma Shastra. The second one is, we also have to live with ourselves. So, how should we live with ourselves? See, for that, Upasana Shastra is told. We should begin our day early morning, finish your bath, sit before the Lord, do the worship of the God, clean the things, It's not that. Many houses you will see, they have this poor god fixed in one place and he never comes out. They are not given bath every day. They are not changing their flowers. See? So if we do this puja, upasana, like we take care of our living child. See? It is not only fix the picture on the wall and then hang there, okay, don't come down. No. We have to treat the gods as living beings. So every day they must be given bath, cleaning, then putting the chandan, kumkum, everything, flowers, garland. And then we do the arti, then we give the naivedya, offering to the food to the god. Unless all these things are there, we do not begin our day. So we start our day by becoming a devotee of the God. So, now when we are out of our puja, daily puja, then we have to continue that mode of a devotee when we are moving in the world. See, there is a shloka in one of the compositions of Bhagavan Shankaracharya. Deho devalaya proktaha dehi devo niranjanaha architaha sarva bhavena svanubhutya prakashate. Every body is a mobile temple of God. So when we look at the temple, we are reminded of the God. In the same manner, when we see anybody in this world, we must practice this, that in and through every being in this world, there is a divine presence. So as much we respect our gods in our puja room, that much respectful attitude we must have towards the people in this world. By this, our mind remains in a composed manner. It's very important. Don't we see when we respect somebody and if there somebody happens to come suddenly in front of us, how happy we become? Because we have recognized something great in him or her. Exactly the same way. If we train ourselves to recognize the divine presence in everything and being, then we are working on our mind. We are not looking at the world as a place of indulgence or a place of fighting, etc. This is the second stage, is called as the Upasana Shastra. So Dharma Shastra, how do we deal with the world? Upasana Shastra, how do we deal with our own mind? Such a person is now trained, qualified to think. See, everybody cannot think. Like I tell you, if it is mathematics, I am zero in mathematics. I just cannot. I tried myself. Just cannot. If I had to calculate 3% tax on this thing, no, I am lost. How to calculate the 3%? Because you require a training for everything. Exactly the same way, we require a training how to think. See? And for that, the truth is revealed to us by a simple technique. The unknown is indicated with reference to the known. See? Who is this girl? Not known to me. Do you know him? Yes, I know. He is so and so. Now, she is his daughter. So, the unknown is indicated with reference to the known. See? I don't know which is this direction, but do you know the sun? Yes. The direction where the sun rises is the east. Rest you can find out. In short, the truth is revealed to us From the known, we reach the unknown. So what is known to us? The world is known. Then what is known to us? Our interaction with the world is known. Then what is known to us about ourselves? How do we conduct ourselves in a life? That is known. Then who is suffering and enjoying, who is going from one life to another life, that we know. He is called the soul or the jiva. Very good. Then what is the God? That we know. See that in the sun is a God, etc. So from this known, the unknown is indicated. This is the rule. And therefore, the Bhagavad Gita tells in the 15th chapter, after having prepared us for 6 chapters, Bhagavad Gita tells us how should we live in this world so that our mind is purified. Karmani chitta shuddhyartham. Karma is not done for achieving success in the world. That is a byproduct. Karma is done for the purification of the mind. And what is the impurity of the mind in that case? Impurity is the personal likes and dislikes and desires. So karma is done to remove this impurity of likes and dislikes. Therefore we do karma. Then upasana is done for what purpose? Because we have no control over our mind. We get carried away by the mind. Therefore when we do upasana, mind is trained to remain focused on whatever we are doing at a given period of time. See how important it is. When these 2 trainings are done, then we come to the 3rd stage. Now we can inquire as to what is this world, then what is the meaning of spiritual practice, that we don't know. We don't know what is the meaning of the jiva or the soul. For this purpose, we come to the 3rd stage. That is the stage of, highest stage, what we call, it is the supreme state of spiritual life. Like we have got infinitive, comparative and superlative. Good is infinitive, better is comparative and best is superlative. Similarly, living in this world is infinitive, Dharma Shastra. Then better than that is the Upasana Shastra. Now first of all, you are living in the world in such a manner that you are not a problem for the world. You don't take world as a problem. You are now at peace with yourself and with the world. Then we come to ourselves. Now our problem is our mind doesn't listen to us. So train the mind through Upasana. So the mind becomes trained that it can be focused on a given job for a required length of time whenever required. It is for that purpose the Upasana is done. But normally what we do? We live in the external world to fulfill the desires. And when our desires are not fulfilled in the external world, then we go to the temple. And there what we do? The same thing. Oh God, please give me this, give me that, give me that. If I get this business, this contract for $1 million, I'll give you 1 rupee. See? All our prayers are only for fulfilling the desires. They are not for focusing the mind on a given work that we are not able to do. And therefore, such people, they have got only one complaint. Oh, gee, my mind is disturbed. What can I do? Continue. Stop complaining. Work on the mind. That is why yesterday, today only I told you, when you are chanting the Lord's name, chant, first of all, complete some chanting by discipline and rule. For example, if you are doing any japa, let us take Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. So, make it a point that every day I must chant at least 3 or 5 malas. Slowly. No hurry. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram, Sri Ram, Jai Ram, Jai Jai Ram. One mala of 108, second, third, fourth, fifth. Then the mind which was running here and there, slowly, by the force of the divine name, the mind becomes colder and quieter and quieter. See, you must have seen these Buddhist people. They have got that bowl and they hit a ton, and then they tell you go along with the sound as it goes to silence, you go toward that. Slowly what you are doing is the same thing what we do by japa. So the mind is hearing the sound, tan. So we are at the sound. Then slowly the sound starts dying. And when the sound completely dies, we come back to our own mind. But this is mechanical. But when you are doing something, in addition to action, if we add an ingredient of devotion and love, it becomes joy. It becomes self-confidence. We find some anchor in our life. Wherever I go, my Lord is with me. I don't have to be worried about what will happen. See, friends, with that self-confidence, we practice this upasana. After this is done, now our mind is available. Because it is no more disturbed by the desire fulfillment. It is no more complain about the mind is not available. Now disciplined and available mind is now employed for inquiry. Now how the inquiry begins? See, we are all expert in blaming others for all the problems of our life. That is our expertise. If I am a husband, I am miserable because of my wife. If I am a father, I am miserable because of my children. Now, such a husband who is disturbed because of his wife, this is what his understanding. What will be his spiritual practice? See, his spiritual practice will be try to improve the wife. This is called impossible undertaking. And the net result, frustration. Therefore, our scriptures tell us, look here, don't blame her. But she is troubling me so much. Yes, she is troubling you. Do you know why? In the last life, you have tortured her. That time, she was doing prayers. Oh Lord, let me be with him for next 7 lives. Karwa Chauth. Now she is not going to leave you. Oh God, what should I do? Now, stop blaming her because she is taking the revenge. Now behave properly with her. If you don't behave properly with her, next life again she will be your wife. No. Then behave properly with her. Net result, we will stop reacting in life. See, it is not divorce. One couple came to me from Middle East, Indian couple, probably from Kerala or Tamil Nadu somewhere. They came and said, Swamiji, we have come here to get your guidance. I said, I don't give guidance. First of all, listen to satsang. Then I will talk to you. So they attended satsang. I said, okay, now see, what is your problem? Tell me. Swamiji, we have changed our mind. I said, what was in your mind? I don't know. Very good if you have changed. Now we came here to ask you, what is the Hindu procedure of taking divorce? I said, there is nowhere mentioned in the Hindu scriptures that there is divorce possible. They marry not for this life, for 7 lives. Then what happened? No, but after we listened to your talk, now we have decided we will not divorce, we will continue. See? So I said, very good, continue. Do you know why we were thinking? Because we were having the blame game. I used to blame her, she used to blame me. I used to blame her, she used to blame me. But now we have understood that we were fighting on small issues, not something great. And if you look within yourself, we are all miserable only because of silly things. Who among us is miserable because we could not become President of America? Nobody. Our misery is what? In the morning I didn't get cup of tea. Give one hard cup of tea. Daridri. Therefore, the scriptures tell us, don't blame others in life. Whatever comes to you is what you have sown in your earlier life. Thereby, now this is very much appreciated, appealed by the intellectuals, not intelligent people. There's a difference between intellectuals and intelligent. Intellectuals are intelligently miserable. Intelligent people are never miserable. So intellectuals get caught up into that. Yes, in the last life, therefore in this life. And therefore our scriptures tell that whatever is happening to you in this life because of your karma from the last life, whatever you do, good or bad, in the next life you will have that thing. And we get caught here. This is what is said by Dharma Shastra, by all religions of the world. According to them, there is one soul per body. See? And this is accepted in a dumb manner. Like there is one soul per shoe. Similarly, one soul per body. No. Think properly. Understand properly. Now, what happens? We are all the victims of an illusion. And the illusion is cause and effect. Cause and effect is not the reality. Cause and effect is an illusion. Because of the colors and the forms, I have a vision established. Yes. Because I have a vision, therefore colors and forms are established. Who is dependent on whom? See? So, mutually dependent variables are supported by third independent factor. How important it is. Now, which are those? A man becomes a husband. Now, the husband is because he is a man, or the husband is because he has a wife. Dependent. Only man cannot be husband, and only woman cannot be husband. So they are dependent on each other. And therefore, both husband and wife, they are not real. They are illusions. And these illusions are taken real. And we suffer. See? One couple asked me this thing, Swamiji, give us some mantra. We keep on fighting now and then. How to get out of this thing? What is the technique? I said, look here. How do you address your wife and husband? Tell me. Swamiji, the husband told, Swamiji, I call her honey. Then, what do you call him? Swamiji, that is the problem for me. I don't know what to call him. Because when he calls me honey, I feel sticky. Don't call me honey. What should I call him? I said, you call him chewing gum. Something should go in the mouth. No, please tell us. We want to live happily, but how to address each other? I said, okay, I tell you. You know, in Sanskrit, the word for illusion is mithya. Mithya means which appears but doesn't exist. So you call your wife, Mithya darling, and you call your husband, yes, Mithya darling. Both are illusions. Illusions can never hurt each other. They started that. And then they told me, Swamiji, your mantra is awesome. Because when we call somebody as an illusion, you can't fight with the illusion. Will you like to improve the mirage waters? Will you like to collect the mirage waters? Will you like to destroy the mirage waters? No. They appear, don't exist. Therefore, what is the time, effort required for the husband to become a man? 0. To the same extent, we are divine. The distance from the soul to the divinity is that much distance between the husband and the man. So what the husband should do, sadhana? Don't take wife seriously. Don't take her heavily, even if she is fat. Take her lightly. But we keep on reacting in life. Stop reacting, my friends. Slowly, you will become more and more effortless. See, we don't have to go anywhere. The truth is revealed. See, this example I recently got in USA. There I moved in 2.5 months to about 18 places. Every 3-4 days I was on the airport. Same airport twice, arrival, departure, arrival, departure. So closing my suitcase, opening my suitcase was the only thing I did. Sometimes some things are added and the suitcase cannot be filled. Oh God, now what to do? As we add contents to the suitcase, can we add space? Think. This must be your experience. Wherever you go, whatever may be the size of the suitcase, it is always small. And then, there is no space. What can be done? Remove the 7th pair of shoes. God has given only 2 legs, but so many pairs of shoes. Matching to the pant, matching to the shirt, matching to the .com. See? So, when we remove some contents from the suitcase, space is already there. If this is clear, remove the content from your mind. What are the contents? Number 1, desires. I want this, I want this, I want that, I want it. The divine space, the Chidakasha, the conscious space is filled with desires. So although the space is there in the suitcase, but it is filled with all garbage. You don't go anywhere to add space to your suitcase. Where the suitcase is, there the space is. Why? Because the suitcase is in the space. Space is not in the suitcase. We are in the divine. But the divinity is covered because of all the contents in our mind. Desire, anger, greed, jealousy, frustration, depression, envy. No end to it. And we all fed up of this thing. Yet we don't want to throw it away. See? No, keep it. During, before Diwali, there is a tradition in India, they clean their house. Whole life they never do, that time they do it. And then the husband gets the inspiration. So let me clean all unwanted things. So he takes out more than 70% of the stuff from the house. And I am going to throw it away, okay? Anybody's important thing, take it. Wife comes and she takes 90% inside the house. And everything is to be thrown away, then the small useless child comes. No, that toothbrush, it is my playing thing. Everything again goes back in the house. Exactly the same thing. We have no courage to discard the things. See, hold on. Babaji like me, old lungi, throw it away. No, काम आएगा curtain बनाने के लिए. अरे राम. There is no end to it. Empty yourself. The truth will be revealed. We don't have to get from anywhere. See? Therefore, real spiritual practice is as simple, as easy as a husband has to know that he is a man. See? If this is understood, can there be divorces in life? Why divorces happen? Because both the husband and the wife, they think they are real. They are not real. It is like, two reflection in the water. When the water is moving, it appears as if the reflections are colliding with each other, but they are not. See, my friends, therefore Bhagavad Gita tells us this. Arjun was looking at Bhishmacharya, not at Bhishmacharya, as reflection of Bhishmacharya. He is my grandfather. He was looking at Dronacharya, not as Dronacharya, he is my guru. They also knew that this Arjun is my grandson, my disciple. They have no problem. He had problem because he was thinking himself to be wiser than everybody. See, my friends, therefore, whenever we get disturbed, ask this question. Who is disturbed? You will come to conclusion instantaneously. The one who is disturbed doesn't exist. See, friends, nobody can help us in this. We have to ourselves work on it. And what is the working? The simple thing. Who is disturbed? When you are happy, you have no questions. When you are disturbed, then you have question. But why my husband is like that? Other people's husbands are so nice. The grass on the other side of the fence is green. You know that? See, my friends, we are, therefore, our Mahamantra, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%, followed by Karnataka. It's just a drama going on. One person asked this question, when this war, Mahabharata war was going, How come Bhagwan Krishna was so comfortable smiling? He did not, he did the war also. I said, do you know? He knew what is going to happen because he was the director of the whole thing. A director knows that somebody will be killed, somebody will be hanged, somebody will be tortured, because he knows all the characters. In the 11th chapter of Bhagavad Gita, Arjuna was shown the Vishwarupa Darshan. And in that, it was clearly shown that all the big warriors, Bhishma, Drona and Jayadratha, all of them were entering in the divine mouth of the Vishwarupa, the infinite form. And they were being swallowed by the Lord. And when some of their hands and legs were coming in between the teeth of that huge infinite form, he used to put his tongue out and pull them inside and chew and eat it away. Bhagwan Krishna knew this. And therefore, when you go to see a movie with somebody who has already seen it, he will say, do you know what is going to happen? Chup now, don't tell me, let me enjoy. See friends, everything is pre-planned. Nothing is new in this world. See? No, but we are in the modern era. Morning news becomes outdated by afternoon. Your Bhagavad Gita is more than 5,000 years old. How can it be applied now? I said, yes, you are perfectly right. I never thought about it. Thank you for advising me. Because during the time of Mahabharata and Bhagavad Gita instruction, that time people were seeing with the nose. They were eating food with the ears. They were having doubts in their stomach. That time also, people were seeing with the eyes, smelling with the nose, having problems in the mind. What is the difference? Same. This has been always like this. There is nothing new ever happened. All those who have come to save this world, the saviors of the world, they were shaved off. The world is as it is. Then how to live? Karnataka drama. So this is our satsanga drama. It's not the first time we are meeting here. We met so many times. I know them all. You don't know. See, Bhagwan Krishna says in Bhagavad Gita to Arjuna in the 4th chapter. When Bhagwan says, this yoga I told to Lord Sun first. Then he told to Ikshvaku, and this is how he has come down. But with the passage of time, the yoga became diluted. So Arjuna asked a question, how come you are born recently, but sun is there even before you were born? How can you accept it? So Bhagwan Krishna says there, Bahuni me vyatitani janmani tavacha Arjuna, tanyaham veda sarvani natvam veda parantapa. See? Hey Arjun, you and me have taken many lives. This is not the first time we are meeting in this world. But the difference is, I descended in this world. You have to ascend. See the difference? It is something like a director watching the performance of the drama, what he has directed, and an average audience who is buying the tickets and he is watching that drama. What will be his interaction? See, my friends, therefore, we have to clearly recognize the one who is miserable doesn't exist. when we don't get sleep, how miserable we are. Then we want to take some drinks, drugs, or medicine, some tablets. Why we want to go to sleep? Because in sleep, we merge with the divine. Sleep is a trailer of God realization. See, friends, because in sleep, the three parameters are absent, because of which the world comes into existence. The three parameters are time, space, and object. In deep sleep, where are we? When are we? And what are we? When these three parameters are negated, what remains is bliss. When these three parameters are brought out, what remains is blisters. See? If you are only foot, no shoes, you don't get blisters. But when you put on the new shoe, the moment we put on the shoe of body identification, then I versus you, shoes are put on, new shoes, start rubbing. I never thought after marriage you will change like this thing. Blisters and blast and divorce. Then let me buy another shoe. Friends, the world is such a great fun. Spiritual life is not becoming serious. Otherwise, I can sit for half an hour, Swamiji. How long I have to sit? You know, in different places in India, they have got the pronunciation different ways. If you go to Bengal, they don't pronounce sir as sir. They say sh. Sonali, they have Shonali. So once I was coming from Howrah or Calcutta airport to Delhi. And I was sitting in the third row. First two rows were kept specially for the politicians. I said, okay. And I am here only to celebrate life. I had nothing to gain, nothing to lose. So I was enjoying all the tamasha going on. One person came and he sat in the first thing. Then another elderly person came. So the young person says to the elderly person, sir, you can sit here. He said, no, I'll sit there. And then the politician came. He said, sir, you sit here. No, we'll all sit together. Because the sir is from that show. Now tell me, even if you want, you can't be miserable in this world. If you have got an iota of wit and humor in you. See? All the time, serious, that is not life. Ananda deva khalvimani bhutani jayante, anandena jatani jivanti. Bhagwan created this world out of cheer and happiness, not out of frustration and depression. That is our contribution. See, friends, therefore, Bhagwan said, look here, Arjun, this is a mega drama going on. Look at the drama as a drama. See, I am a very good actor. In one of the drama many years before, I had a role that I was being tortured and then punished and really beaten on the stage. And therefore I was crying and delivering my dialogues and all that. And I was looking also at the audience, and the audience was taking the tissue papers and wiping their nose. Do you know recent the development in the society? When they cry, they don't wipe their eyes. They wipe their nose. On that also there is a question. Swamiji, you must have seen, why these girls these days, when they are crying, they take the tissue paper and why they don't wipe the eyes? I said, come on, it costs. Lashes are added. If you remove that, it is expensive. See? The world is full of joy, friends. We are not here to suffer. See? So, when I was crying on the stage as one of the character, and people in the audience, they took out their tissue. That time, what was going on in my mind? You fools, I am paid to cry fake. You are paying and crying really? This is exactly what God looks at us. It's just a drama. See? All the time, the mouth, the face is swollen. What happened? Realization. See, friends, we are here only to spread joy. There is no other purpose. Like the flowers have the fragrance, not for themselves, but to spread. The sun has got the light, not for himself, but to spread. Let our inherent joy, bliss, spread everywhere. And that can achieve only through wisdom. Not by joining the laughing club. You must have seen, there are many laughing clubs in this world. I was in Bhopal. Opposite my residence, where I was staying, there was a garden like this type. And I used to go for a morning walk. There used to be about a dozen old people standing in a circle. And one youngster used to come and teach them how to laugh. In their whole life, they have never laughed. The Madhya Pradesh will come out and dug, somehow they will come there in the morning. And afterwards, their teacher, youngster, he will tell, now we'll laugh, okay? And he said, I'll clap 3 times. 1, 2, 3. And I will say, ha, ha, ha. And you also should do 3 times clap and say, ha, ha, ha. Okay? So he will demonstrate. Then they have to do it. In their whole life, they never smiled. He give one. This is not the one. Laugh right from your umbilicus. Ha, ha, ha. Loudly. Okay? And they got inspired. And again he did 1, 2, 3, laugh, ha, ha, ha. And they were so excited, dentures came out. Now there is a problem. Which denture belongs to whom? That is not laughing. See, laugh at yourself, smile at the world. See, friends, then alone we are walking the spiritual path. See? Don't we like to go to a person who is cheerful, happy and all that? So if we are that, see, like, you know, I move around the world in so many different cars. So, one person asked me, Swamiji, which car you have got? I said, you know, I am not poor like you. One car. I have got, you know, fleets of cars throughout the world. And not the same driver. Every time a new driver. When you own, you carry a load. When you belong, you unload yourself. belong to Him. He will take care. But we become possessive. I want this, I want, continue. Therefore, spirituality is not all the time worrying about what will happen. The other question many people ask, Swamiji, what happens after death? So what reply can I give? I'm sorry, I have no experience. What happens after death? Before that, think, what happened when you are alive? Nothing happened. Nothing will happen after death to you. But people around you will be happy. Thank God, fellow God. So spread happiness. Friends, we all suffer only because of this fear of death. It is for this purpose the topic of soul is brought. So when we are told, last life we have done something good or bad, therefore we suffer in this world. Now if you do something good and bad, next life you will suffer. And here we stop, we don't think further. What we should think? Okay, before this body was born, I was in other body. There I did something good or bad. Yes. Then in this body I am. Yes. When this body will be dead, I will be taking another body and I will suffer or enjoy. Yes. Therefore, who am I? I am someone other than the body. See? Now don't stop here. Now work on it. What is the meaning of other than the body? See? I am other than the mic. What does it mean? Whatever are the attributes of the mind, of the mic, they are not my attributes. See? Mic is having a elongated shape. My shape is not elongated. Mic is connected with a wire. I am not connected with the wire. Anybody can take the mic, can go anywhere. Nobody can take me anywhere like that. Okay. So, if I am other than the body, meaning whatever are the attributes of the body, they are not mine. Okay. Now, what are the attributes of the body? Shape. Body has got a shape. So, if I am other than the body means I have no shape, no form. Now, work on it. What it is like being formless and shapeless. So in this what we are doing? We are giving the mind a formless form. Presently, our mind is holding on to the form of the body. Therefore, I am man, woman, young, old. But when we give the same mind this exercise, what it is like being other than the body, meaning no form. So the mind is now trying to comprehend what is formlessness. Forms are many, formless is one. When there are many, there are problems. When there is only one, no problem. It is said, I have no experience, it is said, when a tiger tastes the human blood by killing a human being, thereafter he doesn't go and attack the sheep and the goat. Exactly the same way, once we get the taste of this being, worldly things and beings cannot attract our mind. That doesn't mean we run away anywhere. No. like the oil. Throw it in the water, doesn't matter. Doesn't get contaminated by the water. This example is given by Bhagavan Krishna, Padma Patra Mivambasa. Like the lotus leaf is born, grows, sustained in the waters, but the waters cannot touch the lotus leaf. We don't have to go to Himalayas, to some ashram and do meditation. Don't waste your life in that. See, wherever, whenever, whatever you are, be 100%. At this moment, your experience cannot be spoken in words. It is like what? Because it is not created by adding anything or by removing anything. Only wrong notions are dropped without creating new notions. Wrong notion is, earlier I was indulgent, now I am self-controlled. Earlier I was eating non-vegetarian, now I eat vegetarian. Earlier I was going to sleep very late, now I go to sleep even in the satsang. See? It is not changing one notion by another notion. Drop all the notions and just be without becoming anybody. Once you get this knack, spiritual life is a knack. It is not a struggle. You might have come across this. There are some people who cannot ride a bicycle. They just can't attain the balance. They are good in everything. But the moment riding a bicycle comes, they can't. You ask them, why? I don't know, yaar. I just can't do it. Because riding a bicycle and having a balance is not learned by mind. It is a knack. Similarly, swimming is a knack. There are people who just cannot learn swimming. Exactly the same way. Spiritual life is a knack. It is not a discipline. 1, 2, 3, 4, by the left, quick march. No. Relax. Without efforts. Therefore, Patanjali Maharshi's this main sutra is always bypassed by all the yogis. Because they are having that as a business. So much people will come, I will get so much of money. Yoga Abhyas is a spiritual practice. It is not for earning money. See, friends, it is so simple, friends. What was said by Patanjali, which is bypassed by most of them, Prayatna Shaithilya Ananta Samapatibhyam. This is the mantra. Prayatna Shaithilya, freedom from efforts, effortlessness. Whenever we are effortless, we are in our optimum health. There are those who are hard of hearing. They have to put lot of efforts. And when you put efforts, you get tired. When you get tired, you want to drop it. And therefore, in satsang also, it is not their fault. Because they are putting a lot of effort to hear and they get tired. Therefore, prayatna shaitya. We don't have to, and where are the prayatna efforts? We want to prove something to someone. What do we want to prove? And to whom? Are you at peace with yourself? No, but I was trying to do so much thing for him, but he never understood me. He will never understand. Are you at peace with yourself? That's important. See, there is one lady, one day she came to me and said, Swamiji, I want to talk to you. I said, but I don't want to listen. No, I will not leave you. Then she said, Swamiji, you don't like me? I kept quiet. Now you tell. I said, why you ask me this question? I think you don't like me. I said, then I don't like you. It is your thinking, not mine. See? I didn't tell you. We only go on imagining. See? I'm very beautiful. And somebody comes and tells, hey, you are really beautiful. No. Okay, you are ugly. We are miserable because of our foolishness. And fools cannot be trained. They are manufacturer's defect. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Hari Om. Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Hari Om.